Hey guys, welcome to the hands-on review for yet another brand new Mi phone. What you see on your screen right now is Xiaomi's latest budget smartphone that's released in India. This is the Redmi 2. This is the successor for the very popular and successful phone in India, the Redmi 1S. Now out of excitement I have already unboxed this and couldn't record the unboxing. But let me tell you that this comes in similar packaging as that of their other Mi phones. And the box contains the phone, the battery, the micro USB cable for charging and connecting to PC as well, and the AC adapter and various documentations like the user manual and warranty information. So without wasting much time, let's get into the specifications of this phone. This is a dual SIM 4G LTE device which supports 4G on SIM slot 1 and 2G in SIM slot 2. Both the slots on this phone are micro SIM slots. The 4G LTE will give you a connection speed up to 150 Mbps. If you look at the screen, it's a 4.7-inch IPS display with HD resolution, that is 720p resolution, and the screen has a pixel density of 312 ppi. Inside it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 chipset, which is 1.2 GHz quad-core 64-bit processor, and it's coupled with Adreno 306 GPU. This has 1 GB RAM and 8 GB of internal memory, and this can be expanded up to 32 GB using a micro SD slot. Regarding the battery, this has a 2200 mAh lithium polymer battery, and the phone supports quick charging. With respect to the camera, there is an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel front facing camera, and the rear can record videos at full HD 1080p resolution. This comes preloaded with MIUI version 6, which is currently running on Android KitKat 4.4.4. And other features are like it supports Wi-Fi, GPS, USB 2.0, OTG, Bluetooth 4.0, various sensors like accelerometer, gyroscope, etc. If you look at this phone, at the rear it has a white plastic body which is not very glossy, and it's not a matte finish as well. It gives a paper finish kind of feel, which is pretty good, and it doesn't attract any fingerprints. If you see the phone, at the front you will have a front facing camera and the speaker grill. You will probably have some sensors behind this. Then at the bottom you have the capacitive buttons. This doesn't have illumination behind this, there's no light. If you look at the rear, you will have the 8 megapixel camera and the LED flash. You have the speaker here, and you have a noise cancellation microphone over here. At the bottom you have the Mi logo. Towards the right side you will have the power button and the volume rockers. To the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack. There's nothing on the left side, and at the bottom you have the micro USB port and the microphone. And let's open it up. This is the slot for your micro SD card, and you have two SIM slots. This is the SIM slot 1, which is for the LTE, and this is the SIM slot 2, which is for the GSM. Now both these slots are micro SIM slots. The battery, it's 2200 mAh. You can also see that the SAR values are given over here. I'll just put back the battery. I'll just boot it up. Now, like I said, this runs on MIUI 6, so this is how MIUI 6 looks. And you can see a lot of colorful icons on this one. I'll go to the about section. There you go. I'll see the model number given over here. I'm sorry if you're not able to see this, and then Android version and the MIUI version which it's running on. The CPU here, quad-core 1.2 GHz, the RAM, internal memory and stuffs. If I go to the Android version, you can see that it runs on KitKat. KitKat 4.4.0. Now, just for the sake of comparing, I have the Redmi 1S on my left side and the Redmi 2 on my right side. So you'll see that Redmi 2 is actually smaller than the Redmi 1S, but the screen size is same on both the devices. Both of them have a 4.7-inch display. Redmi 2 is lighter, thinner and smaller than the Redmi 1S, the predecessor of this phone. We saw what are the visual differences between these phones, but now since the Redmi 2 is a successor for this phone, there has to be more than just the external visual differences. So what are those? With respect to the hardware, 1S had a 32-bit quad-core processor and the Redmi 2 gets a 64-bit quad-core processor. Redmi 2 is a 4G LTE device, whereas the 1S was a 3G device. The 1GB RAM and the 8GB internal storage remains the same on both the phones. The battery has got a bump of 200 mAh on this phone. 1S had a 2000 mAh battery, whereas the Redmi 2 gets a 2200 mAh battery. And it also supports the quick charging. These are the hardware changes. The camera, the rear and the front also remains the same. Apart from the hardware differences, one of the main difference between these two devices has to be the software. Redmi 2 comes preloaded with MIUI version 6, which is currently based on KitKat, and that is the latest Android custom ROM from Xiaomi. On the other hand, Redmi 1S is still on version 5, which is based on Android Jelly Bean, though the V6 for 1S is coming soon. So this has to be the difference between these two phones, and that makes the 1S pretty much ahead of the 1S phone, which is currently which I would say probably just got outdated.